Good morning, or good afternoon, excuse me. Will everyone please stand for the presentation of the colors by the New York State Courts ceremonial union. Will everyone please be seated? Next on our program is a musical salute by the New York State Courts Pipes and Drums.
Get ready. One time. Big fall. 3, quick, up.
Again, good afternoon. Welcome to the Magliano family and all the high-ranking members of the judiciary, court officials, and colleagues present on this very special day. Before I introduce some of the high-ranking officials who are present, I ask that everyone please understand that I could spend the entire afternoon recognizing the very important people who are present today. And so my presentations and introductions will be very, very limited. Representing the judiciary, the Honorable Janet DiFiore, the Chief Judge of the Court of Appeals in the state of New York. The Chief Administrative Judge of the state of New York, the Honorable Lawrence K. Marks. Deputy Chief Administrative Judge for the New York City Courts, the Honorable Fern Fisher. From the Office of Court Administration, Mr. Ronald P. Youngkins, Executive Director. Chief of Operations from the Office of Court Administration, Barry R. Clark. Chief of Administration from the Office of Court Administration, John M. George. I also want to thank and acknowledge the Administrative Judge for Kings County Supreme Court Criminal Term, the Honorable Matthew Demick, for allowing us to use this facility, and Chief Clerk Daniel Alessandrino. We're also honored to have many high-ranking officials of the court system, the New York City Police Department, fraternal organizations, and other distinguished members in our audience. Thank you for being here today. Now, I'm going to try to get through this without crying, because anybody that knows me, I'm a very emotional person, and these would be tears of joy, because I think most of you know how much I love Mike Magliano. So, bear with me. We've all heard the adage that you can tell a person's heart by the friends they keep. Well, look around. The people present today is a true testament to the type of person that Michael is. I first met Michael in November of 1983, where the two of us, at the tender age of 23, began our careers, our journey, our adventure in Brooklyn Criminal Court. From the second we met, there was a bond, a friendship, a brotherhood. Our relationship, like all good relationships, was built on trust, respect, and love. We share similar values about life, honesty, integrity, marriage, children, and family. We both love and respect the court system. We believe in its important mission. We appreciate the opportunities it has provided to us, and we are still so very proud to wear this uniform as well as what it represents. I can honestly say, in the more than 33 years that I've known Mike, we have never argued or had any harsh words or feelings towards each other. I do not know of too many relationships that can make such a statement, and that would include my own wife, Mary, who's present today. She knows what Mike and his family, Enza, Gabrielle, and Michael Jr. mean to me. So it should come as no surprise that when one day I was prepping to attend a Halloween breakfast hosted by the Honorable Burns Fisher, Mary, without hesitation, suggested that Mike and I go as Bert and Ernie. And I'll leave it to all of you to determine who should be Bert and who should be Ernie. Mike is one of the most decent, compassionate, positive, and hardworking people I have ever met. And we all know those of us that know him know he has an effusive and contagious sense of humor, but rest assured, he's a most competent leader and a role model who exudes the qualities we look for in our leaders, with the number one quality being he truly cares about people regardless of their race, creed, or color. Everyone should have the good fortune, the blessing of having a Mike Magliano as a friend, brother, and leader. Mike, who would have thought 33 years ago that two naive, but very eager kids would be where they are today? That success bears testament to the strength of hard work, dedication, and the blessing of having a job we love. We love you, we're proud of you, and let me add that your mom, who we all affectionately know as Ma, deserves so much of the credit for your success. She's smiling from up above and has and will continue to guide you as you enter the next phase in your career. Congratulations, my brother. Such a cornball, I'm sorry. Next, I'd like to invite the Chief Administrative Judge of the State of New York, the Honorable Lawrence K. Marks.
Sorry, just actually one notable omission that Presiding Justice Randy Yang of the Appellate Division 2nd Department is here as well. So I see you have me down in the program as giving an address, and the good news is I'm not going to give an address. I'm just going to simply extend some brief congratulations to Chief Magliano. And this is obviously a very important position in the court system. Courthouse security is an absolute top priority to all of us, to the judges, to our non-judicial personnel, to everyone who enters the courthouse every day. And we're fortunate that we have our dedicated and very well-trained court officers to rely on. We know we can rely on them. But as we all know, this is a massive organization, the New York State court system, where we have over 300 facilities in 62 counties throughout the state. So this requires very strong leadership and management to ensure public safety in our courthouses across the state. And I can tell you that of all the very qualified people who applied for this position, Mike Magliano stood out as the most qualified of a very impressive group. And I really want to just congratulate you and assure you that you can rely on us, that we will give you everything you need and support you fully to make sure that you succeed in this job, in this very important job. So congratulations. I think this was a wonderful idea to hold this event. And thank you and good luck.
Next, it is my privilege to invite the Chief Judge of the State of New York, the Honorable Janet DiFiore, to present Mike with his shield and administer the oath of office. Your Honor.
Okay, Chief, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Michael Magliano,
I, Michael Magliano,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
to faithfully discharge my duties
to faithfully discharge my duties
in the office of Chief
in the office of Chief
of the Department of Public
in
Safety
the Department of Public Safety
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Chief, it is my absolute honor and privilege to present you with this magnificent badge that designates that you are indeed the New York State Court's Chief of Department.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo. You could sit down. Okay. And I'm not going to let this opportunity go by without saying a few words. First and foremost, thank you all for being here. And I want to start, of course, by congratulating you, Chief, on this wonderful honor and welcoming your beautiful family, your wife Vincenza, your beautiful daughter Gabrielle, your handsome son Michael Jr., and all of your admiring friends and family who join you today. Very, very wonderful turnout for you. So I have had the privilege over my years as a judge and as the district attorney to work with many, many outstanding law enforcement leaders and officials. Michael Magliano, a true professional who has devoted his entire career to being a New York State court officer, stands shoulder to shoulder with each and every one of those leaders. Chief, as you move forward in your new position, you're going to need every one of your 33 years of hard-earned experience to carry out the supremely challenging role of being chief of this department, where it will be your responsibility to oversee the 4,000 plus uniformed officers who have been sworn to serve and protect the literally thousands of people who come to our courthouses every year as litigants, as lawyers, as prisoners, as jurors, as members of the public, members of the media, and of course the 1,200 judges and 15,000 employees that we serve in over 350 courthouses and facilities throughout the 62 counties across this great state. So yes, indeed, it is a very challenging job, but I will tell you that after completing our search, we know that we have found the exact right person, the most experienced, the most qualified, and the most committed person to serve as head of security for our state court system. Chief Magliano knows this system from the ground up. He started as a uniformed court officer in Kings County Criminal Court in 1983, and he rose steadily through the ranks on the strength of his competence and his skill. He's performed with consistent excellence at every stage of his career, and he has continually set the bar high for everyone when it comes to hard work, leadership, professionalism, and great good judgment. Chief Magliano, today marks the beginning of the next phase in your terrific career and the very high privilege of leading the dedicated men and women who serve as the public face of our court system and who put their lives on the line day in and day out to provide the safety and the security that everyone who works in and visits our courthouses come to expect and deserve. I have absolutely no doubt that you will honor your new responsibility and your duties with skill, with honor, and with great integrity. From all of us to you, sir, congratulations, good luck, and God bless you. This is a proclamation for you and a token of our appreciation for your many years of service and your many years of continued service to the people of the state of New York. Thank you.
You're on. No crying.
In case you didn't know, I'm Bert. I would like to thank Chief Judge Janet DiFiore, our Chief Administrative Judge Lawrence Marks. I am grateful for this opportunity, and I promise to strive to make the uniform force of the New York State courts the best it could possibly be, to maintain the highest level of safety and security. I'd like to thank the New York State Court Ceremonial Unit under the direction of Captain James Campbell and our New York State Pipes and Drums. They make us look better than what we are. I would like to thank and acknowledge some of the members of the executive staff of the Office of Court Administration, Mr. Ron Youngkins, John George, Barry Clark, Paul Lewis, our district, DCAJ, forgive me, I'm a little bit nervous. Fern Fisher, Your Honor, 3.5 years ago you took a chance on me. You took a chance on an unknown. And I thank you for that opportunity. And 3.5 years ago I gave you a promise that I would work hard to the best of my ability. With your faith and trust, it has brought me to this level, and I'll never forget you for it. Thank you. Mr. Lucian Chalfin, where's Lucian? Lucian, thank you. What can I say? You're amazing. You're a breath of fresh air. The day I met you, you put this all together with the help of Joe, and I can't thank you enough. When Judge DiFiore walked in, she says, it's humbling. And to say I'm overwhelmed and humbled would be an understatement. I'm truly blessed in my life. God has given me the opportunities to succeed and has graced me with such wonderful people that I surround my life with. And I can't thank each and every one of you enough for being here. As the process was going forward, and I kind of knew I had meetings with Ron Youngkins, and I had met with Judge Marks, and I had met again with Ron Youngkins, and we kind of knew that the selection was coming to an end, and Mr. Youngkins had said to me, we're going to offer you the position, but we ask you to just kind of keep it quiet until we can get out a press release. And as we were nearing the holidays, we didn't know if it was going to come out before Christmas. He said, of course, please tell your family, but kind of keep it quiet. So as we passed through the Christmas holiday and we got into the recess between Christmas and New Year, we were all wondering when would the notice come out, when would the notice come out. So it was the Thursday before New Year. And we were in the car, my wife and I, and we were going to return some Christmas gifts. I was driving, but I didn't have my glasses on. So I saw the email come through, and even though I had known that the position was soon to be mine, seeing my name, it overwhelmed me. So I pulled the car over and I says, please, give me your glasses. I'm not sure if I'm reading this right. So she handed me a pouch with 2 sets of glasses, and I put them on. And I said, God, these glasses are terrible. And she looked at me, she says, you could take off my sunglasses. So to say I'm overwhelmed, I'm humbled. But a person doesn't get to this level and achieve this status in their career alone. I have had many, many people taking an interest in my career, putting theirs on the back burner. And please, if I forget anyone, I apologize, but specifically, I would like to mention Judge Fisher. Firm, you're a blessing, and I thank you. Maria Logus, who couldn't be here today, Administrative Judge for Kings County Supreme Court criminal term, Judge Matthew Demick. Judge Demick took a chance on me as the major here about 5 years ago, and Chief Clerk Dan Alessandrino. Dan and I have been friends for 35 years. In 35 years, before I was a court officer, we had met in college. He's a little bit older than I am, but we met in college. And for the day I joined the court system, he's been like a guardian angel to me. Dan, I love you. Thank you. And it's no secret, as Joe said, our relationship. But Joe, we're not friends. We are true brothers. I'm blessed to have you in my life. Your constant guidance, our talks every day, multiple times a day. I stand on your shoulders. And it could very well be you up here giving the speech and not I.
If you're on my shoulders, that makes you about 2 inches taller than you are right now. So.
We're not going to charge extra. And of course, I could never be here without my family. My brother Jim and his wife Mary Ann, my brother George, his wife Ann, my beautiful wife Enza, my children Michael and Gabrielle. You're the light of my life, and I love you. And of course, anyone who knows me knows the driving force that was behind my life was my mother. Many of you may know or may not know, my father passed away when I was 6 years old. And my mother became both my mother and my father. And she was the smartest person I ever knew, with just a 9th grade education. And her simple and quiet words and her faith in God would always, always get me to the next step. And I would always thank her each and every day for the many things she did for me. And she would always say, Michael, don't thank me. Thank the good Lord that gives me the strength. And Ma, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. And I dedicate this day to you. And I know you see it. And I know you see your beautiful grandchildren. I just want to let you know that I love you so. I'd like to thank my friends, my childhood friends that are here today, many of whom I've known for over 40 years. I'd like to recognize Chief Howard Metzdorf, my first deputy, Chief Lou Varcasell, and the staff of the Department of Public Safety. I look forward to working very closely with each and every one of you to achieving the goals that I know we all share. Union Presidents Dennis Quirk, Pat Cullen, and their executive staffs, thank you. I know we both share the same common interest to make the uniform force the best it possibly can be. We've worked in the past, and I will continue to strive with each of you every day. You have my word. I'd like to recognize my staff in the Citywide Operations Office, and of course, my staff in the Kings County Supreme Court. They're the ones that make me shine every day. They're the ones that put up with my neurosis. They're the ones that never say no when I continually say, we can, we can, we can. They make it happen. I thank each and every one of you. I'd like to thank all our uniformed supervisors that are here. I'd like to thank you for your tireless work, your dedication to service, to making our court system safe and secure for everyone that walks through that door. Each and every one of you are a testament to what we are, and I thank you. In closing, I said my remarks would be brief. I am truly grateful and humbled by this honor. Like I said, I do not get up here alone. It's the hard work of each and every one of you that have brought me to this goal. And it is my hope and promise that we achieve the next level together. May God bless each and every one of you and your families and keep you safe, and may God bless America. Thank you all.
Thank you, Brother Mike. I echo almost everything Mike has said already, but I also want to acknowledge again, Mike said he's a breath of fresh air, and he absolutely is. Lucian Chalfin, he's our Director of Public Information. In fact, he helped us coin his nickname. We affectionately know him as Fabrice. That's how much of a breath of fresh air that he is. And Lucian, I really thank you for all the help that you provided to put this together for such an awesome person who deserves it. So thank you very much, Lucian. Thank you. Before we close the ceremony, I want to take a second just to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy day to spend this special day with all of us, acknowledging, paying homage to Mike Magliano on this promotion. It's a great, great day. It's probably one of the most positive, uplifting days that I've experienced in many, many years. And I thank all of you for being here to share it. So God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America, the greatest country in the history of the world. To close out the ceremony, a musical rendition by Court Officer Greg McCann. Greg.